Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. It is time for Design Time. Get your cell phone out. We have a QR code coming your way, and you can scan that code right there on your screen for more information about today's topic. We're here with Kathy Kilborn, Tri-City Furniture. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I have a dilemma for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Listen to this, Kathy. I was with my family over the weekend, and one of my family members, they had a hard time just getting out of their chair, so someone else had to help them get out. So I'm thinking, now that I'm sitting here, I think it was a rocking chair.
Well,
so is that a big problem?
yes, as people are getting older,
Yeah.
that has become a problem,
Yeah.
and people are having a hard time getting up.
Yeah.
And so lots of times it can be a chair that moves, like
Yes.
that chair glides and swivels. There's not good stability in
Okay.
that chair, so it's harder for them to get up.
Yeah.
Another reason is because the chair sits too low. So that might be because it's an older piece and the springs are giving, the foam is flattening. Maybe it was made a few years back, back in the 70s, furniture sat lower. And so as we've aged, the sofa was still good, or the chair, we might have still kept it. But that actually is a big problem today.
So you talk about springs a little bit. Tell us, so what's important about the spring system when we're thinking about getting up, if people are having issues getting up?
Well, the thing that's important is we've talked about the different springs, and
Yeah.
that we have the round coils like in a mattress. Those springs are always pushing up. So you sit more up on it. This frame I'm on is a coil spring, and I sit up higher. You're in a reclining type chair. Those are the zigzag frames. They hook in the front and the back, and they go down when you sit on them, and then they come back up. They cannot put coil springs in recliners because we have the mechanism which opens and closes. So we're never going to get that great support in the recliner, but those let us sink down in and then come up. And the big problem there would be, after a few years, it may be too low for you to actually get up out of it.
Yeah.
So it is important to make sure that you have the right height. Today we have seat heights that are 16, 17, 19, 20, 21. So if you're taller, if you're older, higher is always going to be better. Back in the 70s, furniture was low, so 14, 15, 16. I look at those sofas and go, put some legs on that thing. It's so
Right.
low. I don't want to sit on it, and I'm short. So make sure that you have a tall enough seat.
Okay, so are there any other options that may be good to try?
Yes, and I hesitate to always tell people this, but there are things made that will assist them. And if it's a man and he is a bigger guy and he cannot get up out of a chair, first of all, you want to make sure that it's not moving as far as swiveling or rocking. But second of all, the good option might be a lift chair. And a lot of people go, no, I don't need a lift chair. And then they give me the line, well, my doctor says then I won't need it because then I won't use my legs. Well, the problem is that if you can't get up, you're going to wreck your wife's arm because she is trying to pull you, and maybe you're going to wreck your arm because you're too big of a guy for her to really hoist you out.
Right.
So a lot of lift chairs today are great options. They don't have to look like a lift chair, and you don't have to use it to stand you up. Most of them offer where it just raises the seat. So I have one here, and I want you to see it's in a standard height. And again, lift chairs are going to be a higher seat because they already know the reason you need a lift chair is because you can't get out of it.
Right.
Okay? But this is set so that the chair actually goes up. It's not going to tilt. It'll go up. So if you happen to be 6'3", this, my feet would be dangling. You might fit it, but because you're taller than me. But the thing is that if I get high enough, the ease of standing is so much easier. And so this doesn't work like a normal lift chair. It actually just raises the seat. So it will eliminate someone in your family
Yeah.
pulling you out of the chair. When you go back down, once you're seated, and then it's a recliner.
That's beautiful.
So the benefit here is you will save your family,
Yes.
but also the possibility that you need to get up when you're home alone.
That's right.
There are lots of those kind of issues where I've heard people are stuck in their chair because they can't get out of it.
That's right. And that chair is actually helping you stand up. I love how it just lifts you right
yeah,
up.
so it's actually, and again, it's because of the heat, the seat height. We know that's the problem. So if you're going to buy something new today, there are lots of ways to make heights different. For instance, on this sofa, we can change the leg, and instead of putting a 2-inch leg on it, we can put a 4-inch. I can actually make this sofa 2 inches taller. So there are lots of ways American manufacturers can help you. They know the problems, and they're trying to solve them. You just need to share. Now, people getting out of chairs, I watch them all the time, and I can tell they call somebody over to help boost them out.
Right.
That's not good for your body. So let's fix the problem, and then you will feel more confident being in that chair or on that sofa because you're not stuck there.
Yeah, I love it. Great options, fantastic solutions,
Yes.
especially if you're home alone.
Absolutely. We
That's
want you
perfect,
to
yeah.
still feel independent. And,
Yes.
and again, we're just raising the seat height. In a lot of these chairs, it really, we can call it a lift chair, but it's really just lifting the seat and allows for you to still do what you normally do. And that's the key.
We love it. Thank you for bringing these options to us. We appreciate it, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Of course, and thank you for watching this edition of Design Time.